Hello and welcome back to another command block tutorial. Today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to become necromancers in your very own Minecraft world. That's right, you'll be able to summon your own zombie horde that is just going to essentially attack anybody that you wanted to. So what you have to do to actually summon in your zombie horde is hold a golden hoe, your necromancer wand, and yeah, you can basically just summon in these zombies. Now, each time you summon in a zombie, it is actually going to cost 1 level of XP, so you're going to need to get some XP orbs in order to actually be able to summon these bad boys in. However, you can actually make them target anybody you want. Simply hold your golden wand while looking at an enemy, and it's going to make all these guys mad at this Ravager. And you can see they're just going to team up on it. Now, I should also mention that this does actually function in survival. Now, these guys might try to attack you, but they're not going to be able to. Even in survival, they're just going to follow you around, essentially. And you guys can see it's going to take a level each time I summon one of these bad boys in. They're not actually going to be able to damage me, but they will actually follow me around. Additionally, there's a second way that they can target enemies. If they are near you, they're going to automatically get damaged by any nearby enemies and then change their targeting to be whatever nearby enemies are near you. So in this case, the Ravager is near me, so if they try to get too close to me, they're actually going to get mad at the Ravager instead. And boom. Now you'll see that they're not actually able to damage me, even if I run right at them, they just get pushed away. But they will actually follow me around, so you do effectively have a zombie horde that you can control. So I said, if they're near you, they're automatically going to target nearby enemies, or if you want them to target something specific that's further away, simply hold your golden hoe in your hands and then target that enemy. So it's pretty simple, and the best part is there's not actually a ton of commands. There's only, as you can see, not counting that one, which is something different, there's only, was it 3, 3, and 6. There's only 12 commands. That's pretty simple. So let's actually get started. First up, and I know this might look like a lot, promise you it's not that bad. All we're doing is we're checking for a player with a golden hoe in their main hands that does not have the tag summoned and has at least 1 level. We're going to check if that player is sneaking. If that's the case, then we're going to summon a zombie in front of them named Minion. We're also going to use this spawn adult, which means we're always going to spawn an adult zombie. Next up, we're actually going to place a zombie head on top of the minion's head. This basically means that they don't look that different. They have a little bit of a bigger head, as you guys can kind of see now. But this way they don't burn in sunlight. Pretty simple. That's what this is here. Next up, this is going to be the same command as the summoning command, except it's a particle command instead. That's all there is to say about that. Next up, we are going to, once again, same command, but we're going to be taking away 1 level of XP in this situation. Then we're going to give the player the tag summoned. This just means that they're only summoning in 1 zombie per time the player sneaks. Lastly, we're going to make it so that if the player is standing up, which is what this command is doing right here, and they have the tag summoned, it's going to remove the tag summoned. That just makes it so it summons once per time I sneak, and then resets when I stand up, so that way next time I sneak, it's going to summon in the next one. So that's the function that we have for actually summoning these guys in. They look bored, so I'm just going to let them attack this Ravager while I'm explaining. So the next few things that we have are kind of the actual targeting, which is what we have here. Or sorry, this is the targeting, and this is for the actual teleportation, so they don't kill you. So the first thing that we're actually going to do is make it so that if the player has a golden hoe in their inventory, they're not able to actually get close to the player. So if you have a golden hoe anywhere in your inventory, whether you're holding it or not, these zombies will not be able to approach you. Gotta go into adventure mode, and you guys are gonna see if I drop it, now they actually can, and they're gonna kill me. They're gonna, and I don't know where I spawned. So yeah, I totally didn't just cut into me actually finding where I died. Anywho, so you're gonna see that as soon as you're not holding the golden hoe, you're no longer gonna be considered a necromancer. So if you don't want to be attacked by your own minions, I suggest you keep the golden hoe with you at all times. So the first command is gonna teleport them away if they get too close. So as you guys can see, they just kind of bounce back. This makes it so they can't hit you around. Next command is going to be pretty much the same. We're actually going to give them weakness. This just makes it so that if for whatever reason the zombie does get close enough to hit you, it's not actually going to do any damage. Finally, we're going to be doing something similar, that if the zombie leaves a 20 block radius, they're actually going to be teleported closer to you. This means that your zombie horde, if they're not already following you just based on the normal pathfinding AI, is not going to be able to get too far away from you. As you guys can see, these guys are kind of getting teleported to me. So this is just going to effectively allow it so that you always have your zombie horde with you. So pretty cool. So that's how to basically make the zombies your allies. So let's talk about their targeting now. First thing that we're doing is checking if the player has the golden hoe in their main hand and there's any minion within 24 blocks. It's going to take 0 damage from any mob within a 14 blocks that's not named minion. So understand that that was a lot. Essentially what we're trying to do here is make it so that any time that you're holding this golden hoe in your main hand, we're actually going to damage the zombies so that the way they think they're getting hurt by a mob. As you can see here, when I spawn in this Ravager, they all take damage. So what they think happened is their AI believes that they actually got damaged by this Ravager. That's why they start being aggressive towards the Ravager instead of towards the player like they normally would. Now the second command is like it. If the player has the golden hoe anywhere in their inventory, that just means they are a necromancer, and they're within 3 blocks, so they're pretty close to the player, then it's going to damage them. Same mechanic, it's just going to damage them if they're near. You see, if I get near this guy, he eventually takes damage, and now he's going to be targeting this guy. So it doesn't work as well in creative, but when the zombies are naturally hoarding around you in survival, it actually works quite effectively to have them target. Now, another thing I will mention is that both of these are on large tick delays. In fact, both of them are on 40 tick delays. Because if they were on lower, they'd be constantly getting knocked back, and it would look kind of weird. That's all there is to it. Next up, we're just going to give all the zombies strength. Just zombies don't really do a ton of damage, so if you guys want your zombies to be a bit stronger, you can give them strength. It's going to allow them to kill a lot more effectively. The zombies are pretty weak, especially when they're not holding anything, so just give them strength if you want to. This command is, of course, entirely optional. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple command that's going to allow you to truly and effectively become a necromancer in your own Minecraft worlds. I hope you guys found this informative. Hope you guys learned something about commands and are able to implement this in your own world. Additionally, if you guys have any ideas on how to adjust it, that's awesome. And you guys should absolutely try to make changes to what I've made, because that's really one of the best ways to learn. Other than that, if you guys are having any trouble with these commands, feel free to leave a comment, but I always say to actually join our Discord, because there's a lot of people in there that can help you, and it's a little bit easier when you can send screenshots on Discord. The link for that will be in the description, and also probably will be popping up on screen right now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, found it informative. Bye-bye!